Greetings, Legionnaires. Today I thought to elaborate a bit on the great merits of Christianity. And I hope you all had a very glorious Christmas. And I thought to actually begin with talking a bit about Christianity from a pagan perspective. And now a lot of pagans come from a bitter standpoint and say like, oh, Christianity came into European society and destroyed everything, basically. Now we can look at Christmas, that is the ultimate example of how reality looked. So we have Christmas, jul, in Swedish, jule, which is, to this day, it's a pagan tradition. Like most things with Christmas or jule is still pagan, but in the English language it changed to Christ Mass, Christmas. But that is a good example to show that most pagan things did not disappear, but they intermingled with the new religion. So it wasn't the case that Christianity came in and destroyed everything that was sacred and beautiful. Yes, it brought some bad aspects, the slave morality, for example, but it didn't extinguish the European spirit, and it didn't destroy all of the ancient traditions. They intermingled. So I just want to have that said. Now, another great thing with Christianity, which we as Europeans should all be very thankful for, is the unity that it has brought. And now we can first of all talk about the Crusades. I might make a separate video about this later on, but a really hilarious thing is when mere mortals come and say that, oh, the Crusades were bad, look at all the crimes Christianity has done, and then they take up the Crusades as something bad. And this is laughable, because if that is your understanding of the Crusades, that is childlike in its simplicity, but that's the school system and media's fault, because the official narrative, as usual, is that evil white Christians go around the world to kill people. Now, if we look at the Crusades, the first Crusade was commenced 1096, and if you look at the history of Islam prior to that, we can look at the conquest of Spain and Portugal and the incursions into Italy and France, and its aggression towards the remnants of Rome, aka the Byzantine Empire. It becomes quite obvious that the Crusades was a direct response from Europe as a united Christendom against the aggression from the south. And I will link some videos below talking about the real reasons for the Crusades from a bit more glorious-filled standpoint. And this sort of Christian unity didn't stop with the Crusade. We can look when the Ottoman Empire began invading Europe, came as far as to the gates of Vienna, which obviously, if you look at the map, it's quite far in. And then Europe was served greatly by the Christian unity that, could push back the Ottomans. So that is something that you should all keep in mind, and that is something that even as pagans, we should really relish and appreciate. So in the last Christianity video, I talked a bit about the economic stimuli that Christianity brought, but now the unity between Christians served us greatly. And I will probably make another video about Muslim aggression from the south, with all the slave raids, etc., that took place in the coastal nations of Europe, from Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, France again on the Atlantic side, England, Ireland, Iceland even, etc. So it's not the case that the evil white Christians has been the constant aggressor, but it's often been the case that it was a response to aggression from the south. So that is some thoughts from a glorious Norse pagan to my Christian friends. And who am I? I'm the glorious Viking of wisdom, XXO.